covering today is this part of our program right here. This is the acquisition, okay? So this is the acquisition where you can run paid ads and you can track exactly how many people come in from those paid ads. So if you're spending some money on marketing right now, you're just looking at likes and clicks and shares and how many people are seeing your stuff, and you don't really have a real way to quantify it, to track it, see really how well it's working. This is one of the main things I'd recommend doing. Okay, so I'm going to cover exactly how to do this entire thing, how to set it up, how to do your targeting, what creative to use, meaning the photos and the videos. So this part right here is the acquisition, which I will show you how to set up on the call today. So the first thing I want to go over is I want to outline this for you. Okay, I want to just outline this for you and make it super, super easy and super simple. Okay, so you're going to have one campaign, right? You're going to have one campaign, and then you're going to have multiple different, what they call ad sets. So this is how you set up your Facebook ad account. Let me just show you this real fast. Okay, so you have campaign, what's called campaign, and then you have an ad set. Okay, and then in each ad set you have you can have many ads, but I'd recommend having about 4 ads. So let's say ad 1, okay, ad 2, ad 3, and ad 4. Okay, so that's how you want to set up your campaigns. You'll actually probably want to have 2 ad sets as well. So you'll have one campaign, 2 ad sets per campaign. And you can also do multiple campaigns. Okay, so just to keep things simple, I'm going to go like this so it all makes sense visually. And then you can then figure out which campaign is doing well, okay? Which campaign to keep on, which campaign to turn off, right? So this is basically what your structure will look like. Don't worry if it looks a little confusing right now, that's okay. Okay, so you're going to have campaign 1, campaign 2, and campaign 3. All right, these are all really going to be the same technique, just different types of creative, meaning different videos and photos. Okay, so what's going to happen is, let me just show you a quick demo of this first. I'll show you like how this works from A to Z first, and then I'll show you how to set it up. So essentially, this is kind of an old deck I have, but this will work for this example. So essentially what's going to happen, and again, the reason you're doing this is to get customers in, right? You're not doing this to do discounts or to have people are not going to visit you because they want to save money. It's not about saving money. It's not about discounts. This is a special offer, okay? So it's the same thing the biggest brands in the restaurant space do. Chick-fil-A, Starbucks, Darden restaurants, they all do this. It's a special offer to get attention. This is lead generation. You're doing it to capture people's information and to get them in. So it's double whammy. You're getting them to come on in right away in the short term, and you're getting their information. You're building yourself a pipeline of leads for the long run, for remarketing messages, for upsells. This is how you can, the whole goal of doing all this, the whole goal here is to get regular customers, not just people who visit once, but to get regulars, because regulars, if you do the math, regulars will spend about $1,000 with you over the course of a year, right? For example, if you got regulars visiting you twice a month, they spend $45 per visit. One person will spend about $1,000 a year. Pretty crazy, right? So don't get too caught up in the techniques, the details. The goal of this is to get regular customers. Okay. So with that being said, let me show you just an example of this ad, and then I'll show you how to build it. Again, this is one of the main things we do for about 1,000 restaurants across the world. So this is stuff that we don't really share very often. This is like insider stuff. So only you guys on the webinar get to see this, which is pretty cool. So anyway, people are going to see your ad on Facebook and Instagram, and they're going to think to themselves, that looks amazing. Click. And once they click on it, Facebook Messenger will open up on their phone instantly. And they're going to click that button to claim their offer. But first, it's going to ask them for their information, like their email address or their phone number and their phone number and their Facebook Messenger subscription to continue. And then we can throw in some education and say, hey, here's what Piatto's all about. And then we can say, here's a special offer. Okay. Here's how you can redeem the special offer. Come on in person, order online, whatever you want, right? Again, here, the goal is to generate regulars. And the way we do that is by running a special offer. Because it's a special offer, you can track and measure in your point of sale how many people come in. And here, you can track it, right? This is if we would do it for you, but you can track in your point of sale pretty easily. Just make a promo button. And then you also build a big database of contacts. All right, the reason you want a database of contacts is so you can remarket to them. For example, one of those restaurants that we have in St. Louis, Missouri, they've got about 35,000 contacts. And every year we send out a message selling gift cards for Christmas time. Boom, instantly within about 1 minute, they'll sell about $14,000 worth of gift cards just from one message. So this is the difference between followers and contacts, right? Followers don't matter. You want direct contacts, way better. People we can reach right on the phone here. Okay, so that's why you do it. Let me go ahead and show you how to set it up. This campaign alone, for one of our restaurants, they got 37 locations. But in the first 30 days, they got over 32,000 leads, like 32,000 contacts, and over 3,500 new customers. So just from doing these alone. Of course, that's 37 locations, but we just launched with the restaurant a couple of days ago, and they got 3 customers in the first day, 185 customers in the first month. So anyway, guys, that's why you do this stuff. Let me show you how to set it up. So you're going to want 2 things here. You're going to want a ManyChat account, which we've talked about. If you're new to the webinars today, then we'll go ahead and show you the pre-recorded webinars. Esteban, nice to see you here. Esteban, we're covering the acquisition part here. Okay, how to set this up. So you're going to want 2 things. You're going to want your ManyChat account. And keep in mind, guys, we'll have time for Q&A at the end, questions and answers at the end. You're going to want your ManyChat account and your Facebook Ads Manager. Okay. So first things first, let's go ahead and build the ad in Facebook Ads Manager. I'm going to go ahead and press Create. Okay. When you press Create, you're going to want to hit Engagement and Continue. And you can name this campaign. Let's just go ahead and call this offer, let's say, images. Okay, nice and easy. And then click Next. If I'm not changing any buttons in here, don't change them yourself either. This one, we're going to go ahead and put 2-mile radius. Let's say 2 mile. Okay. And you want messaging apps, you want click to message, and you only want to select, in this case, Messenger. Okay, you can do some DM automation too, which is pretty cool. We'll cover that on a different webinar. In this case, only do Facebook Messenger. And this should be click to message, okay? Now, your daily budget, this can depend on your budget. You can spend as little as $1 a day. You can spend $1 million a day, right? You don't have to spend an arm and a leg to start with this stuff. I would say, let's start at $10 a day. Okay. Maybe you can even start at $5 a day. Okay. So it doesn't matter. You can start at $5 a day, and then moving forward, that'd be about $150 a month, right? Then you can see what's working. Let's just do $10. And I always like to schedule this out to start, like not immediately, have it start tomorrow. Let's go ahead and have this start at 6 a.m. tomorrow. Doesn't matter. Okay. Now, the next thing you want to do is you want to type in your address. So for example, I'm going to go ahead and find my address. I actually live in Denver, Colorado now. This is our old business address, but that's okay. So we're going to go ahead and type this in. This, of course, should be the address of your restaurant. And it should come up. And if it doesn't, just kind of mess around with the zip code stuff in a second. It'll come up there. There it is. Cool. So there's the address. And let's go ahead and make this 2 miles. Okay, 2 miles. Just people real close to me. And then I'd also recommend changing this to being living in only. So this will automatically serve the people who are living in or traveling there. In this case, we're going to do just people living in. Okay, living in that location. So as you can see here, there's about 14,000 people that live within just 2 miles of me. So that's amazing. Hey, Kim, welcome to the call. Appreciate you joining. We're talking about how to run promotional ads and offers to get people in and track it. Okay, so that's how you set up the ad. Kim, if you're joining late here, we'll send you the recording, so all good. You guys, don't worry too much about your targeting options, right? If you're a bar, if you're a restaurant, you might want to do 21 plus, because sometimes Facebook will like reject your ads if they're under 21. So just put 21 plus. You can advertise alcohol then too. Don't worry too much about targeting. Just target everybody in the area. Okay. Keep this on this right here, Advantage Plus, all placements, and then hit next. Okay. So this ad here will run on Facebook and Instagram. Make sure your Instagram account is connected. Your Instagram account does not have to be connected, but it's best that it is. Okay. And then scroll down here, keep this as it is, single image. And then here is where we're going to want to add an image. Okay. I'm going to upload an image that I just had screenshotted from one of our clients' examples. I'm going to upload that here. Give it just a minute to update. Okay. There we've got our image. Keep this all on original. Don't do, sometimes Facebook will recommend things that aren't good. So just do original. And then hit next. Keep the standard enhancements off. Sometimes, again, Facebook will want to do random enhancements for you. That doesn't always help. So just leave that off. Okay, hit done. And then scroll down here. The primary text. This can be customized, right, guys? So you can customize this. But for example, you might want to say something very similar to this. Your sandwich. Super simple copy, right? And then you could give some education. So you could say, here at Luke's Pizza, well, we could say something like this. I'm just making this up on the fly, but this is like kind of the thought process you want to have. And you say, do you love hot sandwiches? If you live in Denver, well, I guess I'm in Tucson, Arizona in this case, Tucson, Arizona, you should check out Luke's Fresh Sandwiches. I'm just making this up. We serve right, just do some education here. We serve the highest quality meats, cheeses on freshly baked bread. See you, Kim. Yep, we'll send you the webinar afterwards. And then we can say, like, just click below to get your special offer. right? That's what you want to put. And then maybe, even put your address here as well. You can put your address right here. Okay. So that's what you want to put for your copy, your ad primary text right here. Okay. And then the headline, that's going to be this right here, this part right there. The headline, you want to put just something simple, free sandwich, or maybe you want to put buy one, get one sandwich, something like that. I'm just giving you just recommendations, just examples. Call to action, put sign up right here. Put sign up for the call to action. All right. So this is what it's going to look like on the phone. This is what it looks like on the feed, on stories. Looks pretty sweet, right? So one recommendation I have for you guys, with this type of photo, this type of image, make sure your image, your photos are really, really, really good. You want your photos to have that wow factor. All right, see how this photo's got like gravy dripping. You can see it, it's very bright. You can almost smell how good this sandwich is through the photo. So I'm going to put our free photography guide here in the chat. It's a really simple guide, but you can go ahead and check it out. Just make sure your photos here have the wow factor. Make sure it's bright. And then also make sure your food is covering up most of the image. A lot of restaurants make the mistake of just having like too much plate, too much blank space, whatever, right? So make sure your food is covering up most of the photo. And I'd also recommend using Canva or Photoshop to put a banner right here as well to catch people's attention. Free sandwich, complimentary appetizer, whatever you want to say, right? Okay. So that's how you build the ad. Okay. That's how you build the ad. And then the last thing you want to do here is we want to figure out, like we want to put in here what happens after they click, right? So what happens after they click is they are going to be sent to Facebook Messenger, right? And in Facebook Messenger, this is what you build the ManyChat. They're going to get a message that says something like this. Click the button below to get your offer. Please enter your email address to continue. Now, please enter your phone number to continue. Lastly, please click below to complete your account and get your offer. So people will click those 3 buttons. That's how you get their information. And then you can deliver the offer like this. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to do that. In ManyChat, you want to set this up like this. And I believe I can actually share this flow with you guys. So I'll share this flow. And the first step here you want to put is JSON. So go ahead and put, no, not JSON, JSON like this. So type in JSON like this. And what you want to copy here is this piece of it. This is pretty important here, guys. This is a little unknown hack. Right here is what you want to copy inside the quotes. It's a little technical right now, but that's why we're doing this webinar. Okay, so copy that. And then that's what you're going to want to put over here. So I'm going to go ahead and hit advanced setup. I'm going to want to edit this. Right. That's not what I want, just kidding. Let me do this again. My team does this, so I sometimes forget, but here it is. Okay. It's this one. There it is. Start conversations. Okay, so what you want to put in here, you want to put buttons. Okay, click button right there. And then on this action right here, you want to put send a post back. Right. Again, guys, getting technical, but this right here, this is the post back. So you put, that's called the bot payload. So you copy that and put that right there. And then you can put here, get offer. Okay. And then you want to scroll up here a bit and say exactly what I have here. when you do this with Facebook, again, it'll actually skip this first message. This is getting quite technical, guys, but it's all good. Pretty easy. Just follow what I have. It'll skip this first message, but we'll want to put exactly what we have here in here as well, just to make things nice and easy. So we might say something like this. And I like to put an emoji here as well, pointing down emoji, just because it's nice and visual. Okay. So then you'll want to save this. Maybe save this as like a offer. I'm just going to put the date, March 8th, 2023. Yes, this is a live webinar. And then hit save and finish. And you can see that template saves right here. All right. So then what happens here inside of ManyChat, we actually had covered how to set this up with like a birthday campaign, same sort of thing. We're getting people to enter their information into their email, collect their email address, add it to your database, get their phone number, and then have them click this message to complete their account so you can message them again on Facebook Messenger, and then deliver some education, and then the offer. So this is what it looks like. Let me just go ahead and publish this. This is what it will look like. People are going to see your ad on the newsfeed, and then they're going to click it. They're going to click the ad. Where am I here? There we go. This is just a preview, so I'll show you what this looks like. Okay, so when they click the ad, let me stop sharing my screen here so you can see my phone nicely. When they click the ad on Facebook, they're going to see this message here. Essentially, it says, there it is, click below to get the offer, right? I'm going to go ahead and click it. Then it's going to ask me for my information. Enter my email address, just going to tap that. Enter my phone number. I'm going to tap that as well. And then it's going to ask me to complete my account. I'm going to hit get messages. And then there's some education. Hey, we got 32 beers on tap, whatever you want to say there. And then here's a special offer. Okay, so that's how you get people to get that offer on their phone and then come on in. There's lots of ways to track this in your point of sale, but in this case, it just says when you visit, simply tell our staff you have this offer and tell us the promotion code pizza123 or whatever. It's just an example, right? You can also put any details to the offer that you want here as well. Buy one, get one free of equal or lesser value. One-time use, valid for dine-in or takeout, whatever you want to put there, right? So setting up that in ManyChat is important, but almost a different conversation. What I really want to talk about today is how to set up your ad properly. Okay. How to set up your ad properly. And so to get the most amount of success with ads, you don't want to put all your eggs in one basket. Okay. You don't want to put all your eggs in one basket. You want to have many different ads running. That way you can turn off the losers, keep the winners. That's why we have so many different campaigns here running. You see this outline. It's a lot more confusing than it looks. It's really easy, actually. So you don't have to do all the work a million times here. You just do it once, then you duplicate it. So it's pretty easy, right? So that's why I only built one ad. And then I'm going to duplicate this, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and duplicate the ad. Okay, so in real life, I would go ahead and hit publish here. But because this is just a test account, I'm not going to hit publish. Okay, but this will schedule us to start tomorrow. Okay, so everything's all set up and good. And as you can see in here, I have one ad set and I want to do 4 different images. Okay, so in this situation, you're going to want to go ahead and hit this, duplicate, and hit 3. 3 copies of that, right? Okay. And on your ad copies here, the only thing you want to change, is the image. So you want to run 4 different images. And the reason you do that is because you give the Facebook, the Instagram algorithm, you give the algorithm enough data to choose what is going to work the best. Okay. So just feed the algorithm, basically, is what you want to do. So get four photos of your food, 4 really good photos. You may know which ones are going to work the best. You may not know, but Facebook usually knows. So give them 4 photos, let the algorithm do the magic. Okay. So in this situation, I don't have 4 photos, but just use 4 different photos. Very similar to this. You just hit delete, and then you would just upload a new photo here. Keep everything the same. Okay. Once you've uploaded 4 photos here, right, and you're gonna have 4 photos. Let me X out of this and hit close. I'm not going to publish it yet, but you see you've got 4 different ads here. Let me just back up real fast so you see this from a high level, right? You've got 1 campaign, 1 ad set, 4 ads. Okay, I'll show you that. Just waiting for this to load. Okay, so this is in draft. You have offer images, 1 campaign, right here, campaign. And you've got 1 ad set, 2-mile ad set. And then you've got 4 different images here, right? In this case, I only have 1, but you get the point. 4 images. Okay, so you can go into each one of these or either one of these and just hit edit. And Fermin's here. Hey, Fermin, how you doing? Nice to see you. Okay, so guys, you're in your ad set. You're in your ad right here, your ads. Campaign, ad set, ads. And as I mentioned to you, I want 2 ad sets. Okay, this is going to be like a 2-mile. And this is going to be a larger one. Call it 8-mile. Something like that, right? It can be different for your situation, but do large and small. Okay, so go back up here to your ad set. Go back up here to your ad set, and then you're going to want to duplicate this. You see how I'm duplicating things in a thoughtful way, so I don't have to make this over and over and over again. Build it out once, then duplicate it. So now you're going to duplicate this just 1 time. Don't change this at all. Just hit duplicate. And then change this to say 8-mile. Reminds me of the M&M movie. Okay, so you have a 2-mile targeting everybody in 2 miles, and you have an 8-mile. Now, in your 8-mile, you don't have to do this, but in your 8-mile, you can do this if you want. I would recommend it, actually. This is where you can target demographics or interests. So let's just say I've got a sandwich shop or I've got a pizza place. I might go ahead and type in pizza. And I'm going to see, okay, pizza, food and drink. And that might be a good interest to target. I also might just say restaurants, people who like going to restaurants dining, okay? So these are the types of interests I'm going to target for everyone who's in this radius, right? So this was 2 miles because I duplicated it. Now I'm going to change it to 8. There you go. So as you can see, there's about 160 to 190,000 people who live in this area in 8 miles who have an interest in dining at restaurants or pizza. So that's how I'd recommend setting this one up. Again, 8 miles, add some interest targeting there. And then your 2-mile radius, don't do any interest targeting, just target everybody. Okay, so that is how you set up the first campaign. All right, there's 2 more campaigns you want to set up. The only difference is going to be the images and the creative, meaning the videos and the images are going to be different. Okay, so that's what I showed you so far as to how to make this type of ad. Again, you want to run at least three different campaigns because you want to see which one works better. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. This is something that we've learned a lot from running thousands and thousands of campaigns. We spend millions of dollars on ads. So through all that trial and error, we figure out what works best. And so you guys on the webinar here are fast forwarding your learning, right? Fast forwarding your trial and error, which is really, really huge. So you don't have to waste a ton of money. Okay, so we've already done this. All right, this is done. We just have done this. Of course, you're going to want to hit publish, but because this is not a real ad, I'm not going to hit publish. All right. So we've done campaign 1. We've done campaign 1. Now for campaign 2 and 3, same thing. We're just going to change the images. Okay. And this might sound a little bit silly, but let me show you the different type of image you can run that works really, really well. It's called a native image. And this is what it looks like. So this might look like kind of basic, or in a way, like I just made this in 5 or 10 seconds. But that's what it's supposed to look like. It's supposed to look like that. This is called a native ad. It's supposed to look like it's not an ad. It's supposed to look like the person who's seeing this is supposed to look like one of their friends made it. That Susie or John made this. So this is the type of ad you want to use. There's a science behind this, a psychology behind this. Okay, I'll explain this to you. So the first thing you want to call out is you want to call out your customer, right? Love healthy food, love burgers, love hoagies, right? Whatever it is. And then the second line should just give them that call to action. You got to check out our restaurant because people might not know you're local. So you got to check us out. Okay. And one second, my dog is here and she's chewing on a little toy, so I had to take it away. Anyway, it's funny. So love hoagies, like call your person out. And then you want to do some education right here. Okay. So this is where you can do the education because people see this and they read it. It's a really good way to get people's attention and have them also read what's going on. Again, this has gone through so many different types of trial and error. This stuff works really, really well. We just had a restaurant out in New Jersey, this one actually, who we were just running the images for, the first one I showed you, and then we launched these. It performed 7 times as well. 7 times as many people came in and opted in. So it's pretty crazy. Okay, so, and then do your education here, like short education. And then here's your final call to action. Click the link to get a free hoagie, right? Click the link to get a free hoagie. And then I like to put an image here as well. Just something simple. Again, don't overthink this one. If it looks a little basic or sloppy, that's okay. It's supposed to. Make sure that it looks clean though, right? This is very easy to read. That's important. So again, you can get really fancy Hollywood grade stuff, or you can just keep things simple. Funny enough, sometimes the simple stuff works even better. Pretty crazy. So make an ad like this. You can make this in Canva. You can make it in Photoshop. Really, really, really easy. Okay. But follow this style. All right. Now, to do that, you're going to want to go ahead and go back to your campaign at the beginning here. All right. You've already done the work. You've already set it up. So you don't have to do this again. You don't have to do all the work again. You're just going to hit at your campaign level. You're going to hit duplicate. That's the beauty of doing it. So you're going to hit duplicate. And you're just going to want to change the name of this. So let's say offer, we're going to name this native. Because again, this is a native ad. It kind of looks like someone drew it up in 10 seconds, right? It's supposed to look like that. So this is a duplicate, so don't change anything except for the images. So you can go down here. And again, this is your ad campaign. This is your ad set, and then this is your ads. As you can see, my 2 mile, my 8 mile. Okay. And then you're going to want to scroll down here, delete this, and let's add that new image. And I don't have that image uploaded to my computer yet, so let's just do that now. Let's see if I can find this bad boy. There it is. Image is right here. Click next. That's all in original. It's perfect. No enhancements. That's perfect. Perfect. All right. So here it is. And then for the other images, let me show you what this looks like first. This is what it looks like as an ad. Stories, right? Very nice and easy to read. It catches attention. So for your other images here, right, you want to keep the same everything, same copy. Just change the color. Just change the colors. I'll show you some of the images that we ran for this so you can see an example. But you just want to change the color. So you can just make 4 different variations of the colors. You know, maybe you've got a red one like this. Maybe you've got a black one. And again, you can keep this in mind with your brand. You can use fancy font. You can do anything, right? But just keep things simple. Keep it mostly text in one image. Okay, that's what you want to do here. You can even call out a different person if you want to test some images. You could say, you know, if I'm an acai bowl place. Let me give you an example of that right here. Here's an example. Love acai bowls. Or you might want to say, love healthy food. Right here, right? Love healthy food. So don't change too much with the image, but just you could change the header there. And then you can also change the color of the background. That would really help. Then you can get your 4 images for each of the ads. Okay. And again, upload the ad there and upload the ad in the 8 Mile one as well. Okay. So the next type of campaign we're going to run. All right. We've done campaign 2. All right. That was pretty quick and easy, right? We've done campaign 2. Now the third type of campaign you want to run. The third, again, this is all the same strategy. Same everything. When they click, it goes to the same place. You're just testing different creatives, meaning different images and videos. So let me go back to my main screen here. You see I have my offer images and offer native. I'm going to go ahead and duplicate this again. Okay, duplicate it again. And I'm going to call this one offer green screen video. All right. So green screen video. You're going to keep everything the same, just change out the image for a video. And let me show you what I would recommend running for these green screen videos. Again, if you own your business, you own your restaurant here, you don't have to make this content. You could simply have one of your staff members do it, or you could even hire somebody on Upwork. If you're a client of ours in our Done For You program, of course, we would do this for you. But you can just simply hire somebody to do it if you don't want to do it yourself. If you have not used a company before for freelancers, you can use a company called Upwork. It's called Upwork.com. It's like a Amazon for hiring talent. You can hire anybody there to help you with stuff like this. Pay them 10, 15 bucks an hour. They'll make you some nice content like this. So this is called a green screen ad, guys. This is called a green screen ad. And I'm going to play this for you. And this is very simple. This is a trendy video. And your staff member, whoever's making this for you, can actually make this in TikTok. So you can go on TikTok and make this called green screen video. And then they can just save it. And then you can upload it and run it as an ad. So let me play this for you. Then I'll show you how to put this in to the ad campaign.
If you're from New Jersey and you love hoagies, then you need to check out Primo Hoagies. For a limited time only, our restaurant is now offering buy one, get one free on your hoagies of choice at our Mahwah and Rockaway locations. All you need to do is click the link below to redeem this offer.
It's pretty cool, right? So it's very trendy. It gets very nice results. And people are educated. People are educated because she's telling them how this place is unique, right? At the very end, we're saying, hey, by the way, if you love this, come on in, we'll give you a special offer.
Are you tired of the same old fast food or the cost of restaurant inflation? Then it's time to start saving money and time by ordering local, ready-made food. Hunt Valley Meals is a delivery service that has restaurant-quality meals ready to go in your refrigerator. And right now, you can get $20 off your first order. All you need to do is
Something like that. I'll play another one for you just so you can see this.
If you love Japanese cuisine, then you need to try out Sunzai Grill. Our delicious menu offers fresh ingredients with the luxury of a fast casual dining experience. And right now we want to offer you a free sushi roll, bowl, ramen, kids plate, or salad. All you need to do is click the button below.
That's pretty cool, right? So again, it's giving people education around the restaurant, and it's using a very trendy, catchy style.
You need to check out Urbano Enchilada Taco Bar. We specialize in handcrafted tacos, enchiladas, and other flavorful Mexican cuisines. And right now, we're offering you a free meal, appetizer, or dessert. All you need to do is click the button below.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. So anyway, this is called the green screen ad. And you do the same thing where you duplicate your ad campaign, right? Rename it to be green screen video, and then just simply go ahead and delete this again and upload your video. Okay, so then I'm not going to upload the video because it's very self-explanatory, easy to do. So then what you can do is you can come back here and launch your campaigns, right? Now, to check on the results, guys, you will see results from this within the first day, but I would give it 2 or 3 days to see and get some data. Then after 2 or 3 days, you can actually look in here. You can look in here and see what is performing the best. And then you can turn off the losers. Maybe you want to keep all 3 running, right? And you can very easily see here, these are not live, but you can easily see in the results category. Let me go down to one of our ads that's make it make sense to you. Right here, you'll see messaging conversation started. So messaging conversation started right here, 45. And then you can see how much each conversation, each contact is costing you. In this case, it's $5. This is for a different type of ad for my company, so it's a little bit irrelevant on the cost. But this is where you can see the types of results. Okay. So what you want to aim for, under $1 in how much it costs you to get a click. And that click is equal to one person joining, opting into your database, entering their information for the offer. Okay, so let me show you as an example, actually, one of our clients I'm just talking about. And I can show you how you can see the results, and you can figure out which, if you want to keep all of them on, or if you want to turn off some and just keep the winners on. So for example, let me show you this that we're running for one of our clients. Okay. All right. So you can see right here, here are the ads that are running, right? We're running the green screen, we're running the native, as you can see all here. And you can see here, look at this campaign for the native has got 68 people to join. This just started a few days ago. And the cost of getting each result is 30 cents. The green screen ad is getting 37 people, and the cost is 38 cents, right? This campaign right here is getting opt-ins for 85 cents. So the only one I would turn off would be this one, maybe even keep it on, but it looks like the other ones are doing really well. Again, they're under $1. I'd probably turn off this campaign and just let the other ones run. So that's how you guys can measure the results. Come in after 2 or 3 days, take a look at what campaign is generating the most amount of opt-ins, and then you know that that's continuing to do well, right? When you run these campaigns, you don't have to have an end date either. Just do a daily budget, because once you have a winning campaign, you don't want to turn it off. These might have a shelf life, a year and a half down the road, you might want to turn it off. Maybe it's 6 months, maybe it's 3 months. But when you have something running, it's always going to new people on their phones. So I would recommend, don't set a lifetime budget with an end date. Set a daily budget that runs indefinitely. Okay, $5, $10, $15, $20 a day, whatever it is. set a daily budget so you don't have to turn it off, because once it's working, keep that thing on. We've launched a lot of campaigns for our clients that we'll leave on for 6, 12, 18 months, and it just keeps on generating customers. So that's how you set it up, guys. That's how you set up the ads. Very technical, but as you can see, it's not quite rocket science. The main thing I would recommend, though, is keep in mind the main thing to test. It's not targeting. It's not technical stuff. It's the creative, meaning it's the image or it's the video. Okay. So that would be amazing. And now, guys, I want to open it up for some questions. I want to open up for some questions. Got about 10 minutes left for questions, and I want to be here to help. So if you have questions, go down the chat and let me know in the chat that you've got questions, or you can raise your hand. There's a little raise hand icon here in Zoom, and I can actually call on you and we can talk live with real audio. Okay, so couple questions coming in here. Daniel is asking, can you somehow get the coupon to give to the customer's email so they don't give you a wrong one? Daniel, great question. So yeah, there's a lot of workarounds for this. You can basically customize anything, which is really exciting. So you can customize anything. And you can make it usable only once. Yep, you can definitely do that. Most people will enter their real information in. Daniel, I wouldn't worry about people entering fake information. The goal with all this stuff is not for perfection. The goal is not for perfection. The goal is volume. The goal is volume. And so the more people who opt in, if you've got 1,000 people that opt in and 100 of those are fake email addresses, that's okay. You got 900 real ones. So don't worry too much about that. But most people enter their real ones because Facebook will auto-populate their real email address. So all they have to do is click it. So yeah, most of those are going to be real. It's a great question. Yep. And then Daniel had asked about, is there a way to make the coupon we actually call it offers. You can call it is a coupon, but we call it offers because it's more of a special offer. It's not a discount, it's not a coupon, it's an offer, but same thing. Yes, it is possible to make it usable only once. You can do this using tags in ManyChat. So if someone redeems it, it can automatically tag them. And then on the ManyChat flow, you can make it like a condition where it only continues if they don't have that tag. I covered that a little bit on my birthday campaign webinar. So you can take a look in that video on how to do that. ManyChat support is also really helpful too. ManyChat support is super helpful if you got like really technical questions on how to set that up. They could give you some easy tips. So happy to give you some help there too. But that's quite simple. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're very welcome, Daniel. Fermin is asking, I can share my results and get your feedback. Fermin, yes, I would love to see that. Fermin, if you want to email me or send me a WhatsApp of your results, then we can go over them. 100%. Lipidus is asking what to do after 7 days. Well, if you've got some good results, right? If you've got a campaign running that's under $1 or under $1.50 in terms of what does it cost to get a contact, keep it running, and you should see people visiting from this pretty quickly if it's set up correctly. But Lipidus, the main thing you can do after 7 days is there's so many other things you can do, right? But the main thing I would say is use the data that you're collecting. Use the data you're collecting inside the campaign and send people follow-ups. Send them new menu items, send them reminders, stuff like that. Yeah, that's a great question. Very good question. Yep. Conrad was asking about the results. I mean, the results vary with every location. You should see people visiting from this pretty quickly. And even if you get like 1 or 2 people to come on in, that's a huge win. Now, you know, that way, you know, you're doing something right. Right. And then you can just dig for more gold, figure out what's working. So if you get a couple people visiting, take a look at your results, see what campaign is driving the results, and leave them all on or turn off the losers. Yep. That's a great question. Guys, I got about 5 minutes left for some questions. Curious though, guys, real quick, wanted to check in with you all. Guys, is this stuff helpful so far? Do you guys like this stuff? Is this helpful? Trying to show you like everything of how to do it from A to Z, exactly how we do it. So has this been helpful? Just give me a thumbs up if it is. If you love it, give me a thumbs down if you hate it. Just let me know. I'm curious to know, is this helpful? Daniel, I will get you the recording for the birthday campaign webinar right after the call. You should have access to all the webinars. Yep. We started this just about maybe a month and a half ago or so. So we've got tons more topics to cover. So many things to show you guys. Libidus is asking if we deactivate a winning campaign after a few days, like 10 to 15 days later, and we want to redo the same a few weeks later, should we create new ones or reactivate the old ones? Lipidus, well, good question. If you like, don't turn off a campaign unless you really have to. The Facebook algorithm doesn't love when you turn off a campaign and turn it back on. It doesn't always perform as well as it did. So if you can leave it on if you can. If anything, just lower the budget. You can lower the budget a little bit, the daily budget, but it's not a huge deal. I mean, you can always just relaunch the campaign and you don't have to like redo it, just turn it back on. So you can just turn it back on. Chances are it might work just the same. Yep. So to give you a short answer, don't turn it off unless you really have to. But you can. And then to restart it, you don't have to duplicate it or make a new one, just turn it back on. And if for some reason, when you turn it back on, the results are not as good as before, then you can just duplicate it again and schedule it for the next day to start. And sometimes that works too. Alrighty, guys. Well, it looks like the questions have came to a halt. So that's amazing. I guess I've been pretty thorough today. Guys, if you have any questions at all, let me know. Next week, we're going to be covering more topics. We're going to keep going on. We're going to be covering tons of stuff. I'll show you this on my screen real fast. This is like, we're just scratching the surface of all the things that we do for our restaurants. I've got this mural board here that outlines some of the stuff. Oh, Fermin was asking, I don't see the type of conversion you set for the set announcements. The conversion you want to do is the, let me go back here. The conversion you want to do is this right here. So the campaign conversion is called engagement. This is what helps start those messages. Yep. Anyway, this is a flowchart, a mural flowchart that I put together. And you know, with any business, you've got really two parts. You've got your acquisition, and then you have your retention and your increasing of the lifetime value. So right now, guys, we're really just covering just a sliver of the pie, right? We're really pretty much just covering some Facebook and Instagram ads with offers. We've covered these today, right? Images, native images, and then video ads. We've already covered birthday as well. There's so much more to cover. So just to give you guys a preview, we've got a lot of cool stuff coming. Guys, any questions for me before we hop off? Let me know. I will send this recording to you guys, and we will be talking again next week, guys. So appreciate you being here. You spent about an hour with me today, so I definitely do not take that for granted. Thank you for spending an hour with me. And yeah, I hope it's helpful. If you guys can go ahead and implement this stuff between now and next week, if you can go ahead and implement this stuff between now and next week, I would love to see the results. So implement the stuff, come to the call next week with some results, and I can help you tweak some things if you need to. All right. Thanks, Daniel, Fermin, Lipidus, Esteban, Danny, Conrad, Kim, everybody else who's here. Thanks so much for joining me today. I will send you the links to the recording here pretty shortly, and hope you guys have a good week. All right. Cheers. Bye.